What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eyebrow, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead Season 11, Part 3, San Diego Comic-Con trailer. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead. We're going to break down the trailer now. It's my first attempt at a trailer breakdown, so I got a bunch of stills from it, and I did not break down the first 30 seconds of the trailer. It's only a 3-minute trailer, not an 8-minute trailer. I don't know where that came from, but it starts with Lance Hornsby. Like I said, I'm not going to show you the stuff with Rick and Glenn, the previous stuff, because that's old stuff. We're here to talk about new stuff. Season 11, Part 3, and it starts with Lance Hornsby, who's clearly captured with his arms tied behind his back. He has a wound on his shoulder, and he's glad to see somebody. Who is he glad to see? Pamela Milton or his people? We're not sure. We see Maggie, Father Gabriel, and our group most likely under the bunkers or under the subway going to E2 to go up the steps into some sort of secret spot that our group is going around. You see Maggie, Negan, Father Gabriel in there. And yeah, that's all we can tell. They're safe. They're together. I know Angela Kang said that our group will be together, and we see a lot of them together in this trailer. We see Daryl riding around on his motorcycle a lot in this trailer. We also see that we got Rosita, Maggie, Carol, Father Gabriel, Connie, Daryl, and someone else there. It's hard to make out, but they're all together by a fire trying to stay warm, trying to, recover after probably a battle. Lance Hornsby's looking at his coin, his favorite coin, his lucky coin. He's all bloody. He probably gets captured here, interrogated, and probably going to go against Pamela Milton or be turned to go against her. We'll have to see, but I think Lance dies. Then we see Alexandria. The Commonwealth is taking over Alexandria with our group and Alexandrians being prisoners, as it's a Commonwealth outpost. Then we see the Commonwealth soldiers walking around, most likely looking for Maggie and Daryl. If we know the other trailers, we're putting 2 and 2 together. But again, this is my first take on it. Then we see Lydia and Elijah looking at a bunch of walkers. What's going on here? Can't wait to find out. Then we see Lance Hornsby around a bunch of dead walkers. Probably came out of the car. And Lance Hornsby is still alive. And we see the prisoner bus, the white bus, the Commonwealth soldiers. And I'm not sure if they're going to execute these prisoners. Can't wait to see what happens with Oceanside. We don't see Luke in the trailer, but I want to see there. Oceanside's not seen in the trailer at all. Then we see Lance and Carol and Commonwealth troopers. A couple different motorcycles. One that Daryl probably steals, most likely. And we see Carol and Daryl working together. It's about darn time these two are working together. They get stuff done. Am I right? Now Daryl's like, yeah, when has it been easy? It's never easy. It's The Walking Dead. It's never easy in this universe. We see Daryl and Carol in a Jeep. I think it's Daryl driving. It happens so fast, but that's clearly Carol. They're driving down in the woods, and they're going to get stuff done. I'm excited for this. I want to see the battle. I want to see the war. I want to see it done right. We see a bunch of walkers, and if you look towards the front or the top of this herd or horde, you see a couple people directing them. I think it's our group. Then we see a bunch of people at the Commonwealth with signs, and they're revolting against Pamela Milton, probably after the news in the paper came out. We see Connie and Magna. We see Mercer with a radio, and probably all crap is breaking loose and breaking down here in the Commonwealth. Stuff is breaking down. Lance Hornsby's in a jail cell, so we see that he is in the Commonwealth most likely. On one side, is he a prisoner or is he free? Not sure. But he's a good villain, that's for sure. We see Lydia, Aaron, Elijah, and someone else there, maybe Maggie, by a cart of their stuff. And they're probably looking at walkers or Commonwealth troopers. We see Jerry, Gracie, RJ, and probably Judith when they're probably being followed by Lance's people. We see Eugene in his suit. You'll see that later on. And he looks nervous, as always. Stuff's probably breaking down in the Commonwealth. We see Daryl, Connie, and Kelly probably by a fire. And they got some bad news. Maybe someone's injured or wounded or possibly dying. And I think we will lose one main character in this part. We see Rosita and I think Ezekiel behind her. It's hard to tell, being escorted by the Commonwealth troopers, the soldiers. They're probably being arrested. Rosita and Ezekiel and maybe even Princess. We see Jerry and Aaron, and they're around this Renaissance place. Looks pretty cool. Haven't seen it before. A lot's going to go down there. We see Judith with her katana. She's much older now. Time jump. She's older. Judith with her small katana. We'll see that later on. We see Magna, Connie, and our group with some rifles, and they're ready to take on the Commonwealth. And here's a shot of Kelly. Not much to make of it. She's very much alive. I think majority of the characters will stay alive for this part 11C. Then we're going to see Carol hiding in the balcony. We already know this scene because it was a sneak peek clip on Talking Dead. Shira and the bald guy from Lance's people are going after Carol to try and find her. She hides on the balcony. Gracie and Judith are in the apartment, and that's all we could tell. Negan mentions that she's still alive, like she's dangerous, that she's still alive. Who is she talking about? Pamela Milton? I'm guessing. Then we see Pamela Milton, and she's like, no! Reminds a lot of people of Deanna. Who's Deanna? The blood splatter on her cheek. Who's getting stabbed or killed? Hopefully it's Sebastian. That would be amazing. And we see a bunch of fighting and stuff going on here. People getting shot inside the train station in the Commonwealth. So are these scenes connected? And this trailer is good. It's a good trailer. We see Daryl stabbing, could be Lance Hornsby's guy, the bald guy. But either way, Daryl's getting stuff done as Carol looks on. Then we see another shot of Daryl here with Lance Hornsby in kind of the underground train station spot. So we'll have to see what happens here. But I think Lance dies. Not sure if it's here or not, but I think Lance dies. And what about this guy, Sebastian? He's like waking up. He's like, huh? What? I can't wait to see him interact with Negan. Like, Negan don't mess around. And then here's Negan right here with a rock. And he's like, whoa, probably killing a walker in what looks like the Renaissance spot or Alexandria. And we are using the Whisper skin technique. He's taking off the Whisper skin right there to go to a vehicle that he probably breaks into. And he's talking to someone here. I'm guessing it's Sebastian. It'd be pretty awesome, and I want to see that dynamic. Do they have Sebastian as a prisoner? I hope so. Then we see a car accident and a high-speed chase with the Commonwealth soldiers going after somebody. And it looks like we're going to get a couple battle scenes in probably 11:23. 11:22, 23, because again, 11:24 is the series finale. We see Yumiko stabbing probably walkers in her power suit, so she's getting stuff done, but she looks to be on Team Family's side again. She's part of the Commonwealth for as long as she has status, but then she joins our group. Then we see Ezekiel and Connie killing walkers, and there's a bunch of walkers here. We saw some of the behind the scenes filming here, pretty cool stuff. We see Eugene and his girlfriend, Max. Eugene and Max. Then we see a Commonwealth trooper running away, and Daryl, probably a stunt double, slides down. He's like, whapa! Takes him out. Pretty good stunt here. Looks great. Over the top, but great nonetheless. Good stuff. Action-packed. Then we see Carol with her rifle, probably taking out Commonwealth troopers, like pop, 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 pop. Carol gets stuff done. She is awesome. Then we see right here is very telling. Rosita is in a precarious situation, reaching up probably to Eugene. And again, we know a little behind the scenes stuff here when they were filming. So I believe it's Rosita, Eugene, and Father Gabriel involved in this scene here. And I do not want to give too much away because it's going to be a pretty big sequence, I believe. Then we see Maggie, and I'm not sure who this child is. But Maggie is checking the child. Maybe she knew him. And there's a dead Commonwealth trooper there and another motorcycle. And we see Daryl and Connie going down into the pipes or sewers. So we'll have to see what sequence goes down here with them. Do they get together? Doubtful. But we see the Guts trick coming around with Aaron and Jerry and a bunch of walkers. There's a walker right there next to Aaron. So we're going back to season 1 and everything gets a return. We see Eugene in a jail cell. So yet again, Eugene is in another jail cell and captured, most likely in the Commonwealth. Maggie is hugging Herschel inside Alexandria next to the white prisoner bus. And we see Commonwealth troopers there sitting without helmets, so they're probably captured. Or it's our group in Commonwealth trooper gear. Not sure who's picking up this walker face. Could be Negan, could be Daryl. I'm just not sure. Is this the idea for the walker will whisper skin masks? Then we see the Colt Python pistol. Is this Rick's gun? Is it a clue to Rick? Will we see Rick? I hope so. Then we see this walker kind of tied up like a marionette puppet and in the sewers, I'm guessing, or by the train tracks or by the subway. And we're getting new variant cohort walkers, that's for sure. And it's spooky at night. Elijah and Lydia are killing a bunch of walkers. I don't know how many walkers are still alive, but they are. They're going to be around for probably the rest of the Walking Dead universe. We see Aaron killing a walker, and this area is probably the Renaissance area that we're going to have a battle sequence here with Lydia, Aaron, Jerry, Elijah taking out a bunch of walkers. And Jerry's like, boo! He's probably stabbing a walker. It just looks kind of funny. But there's a bunch of walkers. Like, there's so many here. Then we see Carol in a precarious situation with a walker. The skin is like melting as she's grabbing it down. It's like, it kind of like just sloths off. Like, it just looks gross. Looks pretty cool, actually. We see a Commonwealth trooper being ripped apart by a bunch of walkers, and Mercer tries to help his soldiers. And I have to say that the Commonwealth troopers are like stormtroopers. They're disposable. They're just like, all right, send a couple in, take them out. But Mercer tries to save some people in his group. He gets overwhelmed. I'm sure Mercer will be just fine. And here is something great I'm super excited for. You see our team all working together. You see Ezekiel, Kelly, Magna, Yumiko, Maggie, Princess, Diane, a bunch of people here. And if you look closely, you will see Daryl holding someone in his arms. We kind of know who it is. I don't want to give much away, but someone will be injured. And we see Max's butt right here, holding a knife, Magna to the left, and Ezekiel's like, retreat, retreat. And I'm sure it's a bunch of walkers, or maybe it's Commonwealth troopers, but it could be both. But we're going to get a battle sequence here. Pretty awesome. A bunch of walkers looking on, and there's not much to it. Walkers are still around, still a problem. We see the Commonwealth logo, design, whatever you want to call it, on the window. I'm guessing it's an outpost. We see Rosita jumping to the window with Father Gabriel in the window. And I think it's Rosita because of the weapon with the spikes and the piece of wood. And you see Father Gabriel's kind of help her. Hopefully, we see Princess and Mercer kissing. They're still going strong. And a couple. The next shot is Rosita with baby Coco. So we kind of know what happens here. She's on top of an ambulance, I believe, to jump to the windowsill. But again, I don't want to get into too much of that. But we see Eugene is beating up a Commonwealth trooper. And these Commonwealth troopers are weak. Like, Eugene is beating you up. It's pretty bad. Pretty sad. And again, they're disposable. And we see Father Gabriel looking at a knife like, man, I got to clean this thing. What am I doing here? Now he's probably taking out a walker or Commonwealth trooper. Elijah, Lydia. It looks like someone's in danger. Looks like Elijah is. But, we'll see Lydia and Elijah. Is something going to happen with them? I kind of feel like they're forcing it to happen, but we'll see if there's another romance. We'll see Connie crying over something to Kelly, maybe. Well, it's Kelly crying to someone, and I'm not sure what to make of it. We see Princess, Ezekiel in the spot where they were helping people, and I'm guessing the Commonwealth shut that down. And I don't see Tommy at all, so is he in trouble? Then we see Aaron in a precarious situation with walkers, probably shutting the door, but then there's walkers inside, and I'm sure Aaron will be okay. Then we see Maggie and Carol inside Alexandria, probably taking down the Commonwealth, I'm guessing. Mercer and Max, Michael Mercer and Max Mercer are hugging it out, and they love each other, and they're safe. Then we see nap time. It looks like they're both dead, but I doubt they are. They're very important to the series going forward, so they're very much alive. Eugene looking nervous. He's captured, looking at someone. Eugene's always in trouble, I gotta say, right? But he gets out of it. Then we see Aaron looking at someone with the guts on his jacket, trying to escape, because I'm guessing the Renaissance spot gets overrun. It's Jerry and Aaron with the guts trick to get out. I'm guessing they're just overrun by walkers. Max looks back, I'm guessing at Eugene, or maybe some plan is underway. We see an older Judith, time skip Judith, remember the outfit. I'm guessing, I don't want to give too much away, but remember this outfit. Then we see Connie looking on, she's just looking at something in the distance. There's no way to tell what she's looking at, but she kind of looks nervous. We see Yumiko rocking the power suit. Max looks on from an elevated position. What's actually going down in the Commonwealth. Then we see Rosita. We see a lot of Rosita in the trailer, and that's either good or bad, but we'll have to see what we make of it when we watch the episodes. It comes back October 2nd. Carol fires an arrow, probably at a walker or a Commonwealth trooper. And we see Negan is in a tough situation here. If that is a Commonwealth trooper, someone has to save him. We see Maggie with Commonwealth troopers behind her, and also people in regular clothing with a pretty cool rifle. So is she in danger? Is she leading the charge? Is she having Commonwealth troopers on her side? Because she doesn't look scared. She looks determined in what's in front of her. And there's a quick glance at it here, but Daryl is carrying someone in his arms. I don't want to give it away, but we'll see what happens for sure. And then we see Aaron, we hear Aaron talk about he heard about walkers opening doors or climbing walls. We never saw it before except in season 1. We see some walkers walking here, and I'm sure our group is leading them towards the Commonwealth. And we see shots of the Renaissance area that I'm guessing is going to get overrun by walkers. And they're really, pushing the idea of the variant cohort walkers that are smarter, because it was kind of a plot hole in season 1 when Morgan's wife turned the doorknob and Aaron heard stories about it but never saw it. Then we see a doorknob turn. Our walker's trying to open it now. Is that where the story's going? It just seems too little too late in the final season, like it should have happened earlier. We see a walker turn around, then we see a walker climb the wall. So the walkers are getting smarter, they can do more, and then that's the end of the trailer. Returns October 2nd on AMC and AMC Plus. So it'll be here before you know it, guys. October 2nd. We were right. We thought it was October 2nd on AMC. We're not sure if it's going to be a week earlier on AMC Plus, so in September, but we'll have to see how it goes down. But that's my quick first trailer breakdown. It's kind of rushed. It's kind of there, but I was excited. It's a good trailer. It's setting up a lot of good things for the final 8 episodes of The Walking Dead. It's crazy to say that, but what did I miss? What do you think of it? Do you know any other news or anything? I didn't see the panels just yet, but let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. I really hope we're getting some news about this guy. Again, I haven't seen the panels yet of Comic-Con, so maybe there is news. I just haven't heard it. But if there is, let me know in the comments, please. Thank you guys either way. We truly appreciate all love and support from our patrons, our members, our subscribers. We can't do it without you. Thank you very much. Stay safe. And as always, tell them Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys.